All right, good afternoon. You know, when I first came into this truth um, and made my first video on this particular topic, you know, I remember saying that I only wanted to do it once. Well, that's obviously has not played out that way. And since this is being the fifth installment of a Sieged Continent, check out my other videos. It's going to be a Siege Continent part 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you know what? One may ask me, Darren, why are you bringing this up? Why is this important? Why have you done 4 videos on this particular topic and exposed this content? If you are thinking that, you mean you're asking me, why am I uncovering a lie? Why am I manifesting? Why am I exposing a lie? That's a no-brainer. So if your mind begins to go there, and you think about it, with this particular lie has shaped the paradigm, the worldview of millions and millions and millions of people. Lies have done that over the centuries. But you know what? I'm the first person that I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or boast about it at all. But this was given to me, and I've never heard another human being talk about this. The false narrative goes as follows. A people, a barbaric people, namely Europeans basically, come over to the continent of Africa, one of the largest continents in the world, and engage a people some 4 or 5 times, maybe even bigger than that. A people that many times larger than them, and they supposedly had kicked all the men's asses on that continent, all the tribes, pillaged their land, raped their women, take their children away from them. Not only that, they supposedly had put them all on a boat that they didn't kill, bring them over to another land, which is this land, and by the way, they kicked all the men's asses on this particular land too, took their stuff, and then shackled them down and made them work for them for 400 years. And by the way, that 400 years, that's what the Bible actually says the children of Israel were in slavery to the Egyptians. And I could go into detail about that whole slavery thing, using that word slavery and how it's depicted. They were basically lower class, second class citizens in that land. But the way we think about slavery, chained up, whipped across the back. You realize you have to kill people. You have to kill most men to get them to, come on. And as I pointed out in my other videos, I don't believe that no more than I believe that a few people got in a machine, went up into the atmosphere, landed on the moon, played golf, drove a car around, got back in the machine, come back to Earth, and told everybody you did it. And if you believe that, you're a fool. You're a fool for believing a lie. You've been deceived. I remember my wife, when I first started talking about this topic over a year ago, she said a lot of people are not gonna embrace this, Darren. They're not going to accept it because they lose their position. And what's up with human beings loving to feel superior to other human beings? Now here it is in this situation, you feel that way based on a lie. You're not superior. And this lie has been gone out into the world in such a way, it's so powerful that without even thinking about it, many of you look at me and think you're superior to me. That lie is so ingrained into your paradigm that when you look at me, you think you're superior to me. Man, they have a movie. Just watch my other videos on it, on this particular topic. I don't mind exposing this content, none whatsoever. And in closing, you want a whole bunch of people, you want my people, meaning they're not like essentially my people, just my ethnic group, believing that their ancestors were enslaved by a bunch of punks. Please. They even had to come out with this ridiculous movie starring Jamie Foxx and Leonardo DiCaprio and many others. If you're into that kind of thing, I'm not in particularly, but I had to watch this movie just to see what it was about. It was indeed about just what I thought it would be. And there's a clip. If you watch my video part 2 on this topic, I left the clip in the description. Talking about this, Leonardo DiCaprio has an African American male head, a skull, and he saws off a part of the skull and he points to these different sites on the skull, which says, this is what they say that the sites mean, that the African American man, or African man, period, has something in our genes that makes us submit, makes us very submissive. So if you just walked up to me and said, boy, get that, go pick that up, I would just automatically do it. Because there's something in oh man. Well, you had to just go back and you watch the clip on that. Yeah. There's many lies in the school textbooks. How is it that you're picking just all a lie? You're picking and choosing. You know we didn't come from monkeys, but yet that's in the same textbooks. So you just pick and choose what you want to believe and not believe. You definitely want to believe, many of you, that your ancestors kicked my ancestors' ass in that fashion and just enslaved us for 400 years. The ethnicities did not mingle like that. It's not how, we got over here, if you will. It's ridiculous. And you never know how many people, there's already been many people of my ethnicity has been encouraged by. They actually have, my wife, she's not even black. I use quotes on black because they call us black. My shirt's black. The frames of my glasses is black. I'm not actually black, but they call us that. And you're not white. Whoever's Caucasian, you're not actually the color of white. But they give us that neutral extremities so they can divide in that way. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I will continue to, I will never believe otherwise. Yeah, my wife knows it's a lie. And my son won't grow up believing lies. I haven't made a video in a while. The next video, I'll change up my content. We'll talk about another topic. Until then, God bless you. I'll talk to you next time.